do it all over.
I don't want to welcome you back to
I don't think I appreciate that chuckle back there, Ayo.
Well, I was over here like I'm landing an airplane. Hit the button. Hit the button. Hit the button.
Man, look at here. I was in a whole nother world over here.
Shit, what you
Deer
doing?
wasn't looking at the camera. No, that was all me.
Look.
No, I'm talking about what he's doing to you.
When me and Safi used to do this here, when we first started, we would start and have to stop and start back over. So
look, be 15 minutes in the show. Wait a minute. That ain't supposed to say go live. If it don't say in stream, that means you got it all over.
We ain't even started yet.
Look. Well, shalom and shalom, family. Welcome back to another unfiltered episode of the Truth Be Told Flex podcast, where bold truth gets aired out and sugarcoating gets no airtime. It's your sis behind the boards. I don't know what I'm doing today, but it's Banash Hyatt keeping the engine running. And as always, I'm joined by the dynamic duo, Share Yeshu Judah and Ayo Ben Yahoo, two brothers bringing fire and facts every time. Tonight, we're stepping into the deep, no fluff, no filter. You know how we move. Bold topics, real talk, and unapologetic truth. And of course, we've got the signature segment, Beyond Critical Race Theory, teed up for you. Whether you're behind the wheel, at the crib, or catching this from the shadows, lock in, sharpen up, and guard your spirit. Because once we hit record and go live, we don't hit reverse. This is Truth Be Told Flex Podcast. Let's ride. Brothers, the mic is yours before we roll into our next segment.
Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Bernard, for that wonderful intro. Ayo, my brother, thank you for being back. Truth Be Told Flex Podcast. Family, thank you. Jay, I see you in the building early tonight as well. Shalom, brother. Shaka Boom. Jamil, the trunk rider's in the house. The house of Ayob is actually in the house. So shalom, shalom, and blessings. Yup. We are here, man. So how's everything been with you guys? But not Ayob.
Sis, how you been?
Somehow I feel that's kind of a rhetorical question. I think you're being funny.
If I ain't jive on you, sis, that would mean I ain't love you. That's how I tell the kids
right
all the time.
Right on.
I tell people,
if I ain't jiving on
that too.
When I stop jiving on you, get worried because
it's a problem.
I tell people that all. If I ain't talking about you, I don't like you.
I don't like you.
That part.
That's real talk, man.
I'm doing good.
Awesome. Glad to have you. That wonderful intro. I'm doing good, man. My Baba told me today, he's like, man, every time you come, you get another couple gray hairs. Guess what I told him? I said, I can stop coming. He said, you know what? I'm just playing. I said, okay.
You was just jokes.
Just joking with you. I was like, yeah, that's what I thought. But yeah, man, for every gray hair, I'm more appreciative each day
Already.
God has blessed me to be above ground. Spend time with Shira Banaf on Wednesdays at 8:30 and my Truth Be Told Flesh podcast, Familia.
It don't get no better.
It don't get no better. We got the best family, the best audience in the world. I said it.
And I second that. I second that.
Brother? How you doing,
second that. I'm doing great, man. I am. It's crazy you said that about your barber. I played my barber. I was the barber this week for myself.
Okay.
When I was edging, lining myself up, I was looking at it in the mirror on this backside over here, bro. You really can't tell. But I seen all that white patched up over there. I said, whoo. You know I'm about to be five. I'm about to be 5 deuce.
Wow. Coming. Yeah. Yeah.
Say by the time I'm 53, all this here subject just to be looking like that there. Say I'm embracing though. Yeah.
We're gonna look, mine right here gonna spread. We're gonna be Moses and Enoch.
Right.
Oh man.
On the Truth Be Told podcast.
On the Truth Be Told.
Well, I don't have a great beard, but I did discover some great eyelashes today, y'all. Eyelashes. It's several of them.
Wow.
I thought I had something on my eyelashes.
They weren't blonde?
No. They gray.
Thank you, though. What this nigga told me the other day at work. He was looking at me, he say, bro, you got grays in your eyebrows? I said, yeah. He said, man, that's dope. I said, that's dope. He said,
that's that dope.
I ain't never heard that before.
Yeah, that's dope.
That's dope. I said,
that must be that other generation.
Yeah, no, he ain't too far behind me.
I was about to say, y'all different down. There's some different water down there in Houston.
He said that's dope.
And Cincinnati.
I was expecting some type of comeback when he asked, hey, you got grays in your eyebrows? I was expecting a roast or something, right? I wasn't expecting, that's dope.
That's dope.
I was like, that's dope.
That's dope.
Okay, yeah.
That's crazy. I guess it is dope, man. Truth be told,
wise. So, yeah, the truth be told, wise, man.
Yeah.
I can dig it. I can dig it. I can dig it.
I can dig it.
I like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, so much for that. What's been going on? And talk amongst yourselves, but not what we got.
So, in breaking news, BET has decided to suspend indefinitely the Hip Hop and Soul Train Awards. Yeah. It's about time.
Bye-bye.
I heard
it's about time.
I probably, truthfully, honestly, and this is no Jonesing. Let's see, McCall and Mahalik are 24 and 25 respectively. I probably hadn't watched that since they were born. Seriously. 2000, 2001.
That's about right.
Yeah, boy, I mean,
that's about right.
Yeah.
What that say about hip hop though?
Right. What it's saying is we got to retool because these old heads is out here dropping albums again. And it's actually selling. These old heads on the R&B, and we talked about it before, in the R&B market and the soul market and the hip hop market, our age group, they selling out stadiums. Lil Baby and them, they having to cancel shows. That's just facts.
Mm-hmm.
Get mad at me. Don't shoot the messenger. The audience out there. So I think they're having to retool and go back because Drake with the new age wave that's kind of dying out. Kendrick is on top. And he has it's still wavy and new age, but it's got that traditional hip hop element to it. Where he really spitting facts. Raekwon the Chef just dropped the album. Jadakiss is about to drop another album. And I mean, Jim Jones just dropped another album. So I think
did he?
Yeah, it's about a month old. He dropped the whole album about a month or two old, and it's doing units. So I think they having to say, hey, look, we're gonna have to. The people ain't tapping in like we thought they were. So it could be that. That's just my opinion. I agree with you. I think that
I think that what we have had for the last maybe 10, 15 years, maybe 20 years was a pure gimmick. And I believe that it has ran its course. When you talk hip hop within itself is pure, man.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if anybody got a problem with it. And if you do, so what? I will go to Apple and I will put in artists like Run DMC or
Houdini.
LL Cool J, and I say
LL.
create station, right?
Yes.
And this is what I'm rolling to. And pure hip hop is an art, from the beats to the DJing to
CD.
the lyrics to the delivery to everything. This is why rappers was called MCs. You'll hear me say it sometimes. We talk about certain truth artists. We'll be like, yo, that's a real MC. Not even calling him a rapper. That's an MC, right?
Right.
What we've been accustomed to, like I say, it's been a gimmick because these label execs have taken our music and they created a whole sound and a whole bunch of garbage. Like there's this one song that's stuck in my head right now that I absolutely hate. It got a clean beat, but the dudes say, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt.
I'm a mutt.
What type of garbage is that?
I hate that song, man.
I hate that song.
I hate that song.
I hate that song.
You
know
mutt?
what I'm saying? You a mutt. You see what I'm saying?
Have you seen him?
No, I haven't.
Mm.
Okay.
Like, carry on.
He living what he say.
Carry on.
Okay. All right. but back to what we was talking about. This is not hip hop. You know what I'm saying? This is drill music for real, man. And if it ain't drilling you to do this, violence is gonna be drilling you to do drugs. It's gonna be drilling you to be over-sexualized. It's gonna be drilling you to be disrespectful. It's drilling you to do something other than you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, it's done, man. I think it has run its course.
Yep. And Drake talking about all UK rappers can out rap US rappers. He said that recently. Like what?
Come on, man.
Nobody want to hear that. See, automatic to the pop.
See, that's what happened when you let. That's what happened when you let light skinned brothers get a little clout. They decide, I do see.
I ain't say it.
Not too much on the light skinned crew.
But these light skinned boys.
Shaka Boom, I know exactly who it is. He was not attractive then, and he's definitely not attractive now.
Even in this truth, some of y'all like, I'm just playing.
Right.
Y'all light skinned bros.
Light skinned bro.
I'm just playing.
Y'all finna step on some toes.
I know, I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just playing.
Them just jokes.
It'll be a whole video tomorrow. Look, let me show you how to root. I can't with them. See?
Right.
Right.
But now on the cool though, I think that's a good thing that they're canceling that.
Agreed.
And then what that's going to do though, it's going to force even music execs to allow the art to be brought back. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's going to force them to make the art come back, man, because this stuff it's not art no more.
It's not art no more.
It's not.
It's not what they doing.
I don't know what they doing. They don't even know what they doing. They letting roaches calling them. She look like a roach every time. That sexy red.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You ain't have to explain.
She look like one of them things off of Men in Black.
Right, y'all
holding the teacup. That big old belly sticking out. That long neck.
Or one of them boogers on the Mucinex commercial. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. I think that's a dude anyway. I'm sorry. I know that's our sister.
Hey, you ain't go
hating on you. Get your money.
You ain't gonna get too many arguments from Shia or Mo on that. That might be a dude. I told she look like Roger from What's Happening.
She does.
Oh man, that's what she is. Tragic.
Like Roger.
Oh, that's tragic. She do
look like Roger from What's Happening, man.
That's a ugly
All right.
time.
So the next one, a meteorologist named Nick Jansen. I forgot what city he's from, but he is catching some heat because he sent a text to his family on air to check on them and make sure they were in the basement due to some severe weather coming in. People were saying that it's unprofessional, disrespectful, and his priorities were not in line. Now, that being said, his response was, I'm a husband and a father first. And I 100% agree with that. What kind of meteorologist professional would you be if you don't make sure that your own family is safe and sound during the storm that was coming in? And the thing is, he said his wife had just had a baby, so he knew she was exhausted and probably sleeping, and he wanted to get in touch with her, reach out to her, and he did it online, and he's on the air, and he stopped and said, my apologies, I had to reach out and check on my family. Yeah. And so the backlash that he received was unwarranted, but I went back and reviewed the story, and I'm glad to see so many people came to his defense and supported him. But what do you guys think about that?
These days with social media, if he would have done the opposite and something would have happened to him, if he wouldn't have let him know, he would be getting backlash for that. Of course. You see what I'm saying? You can't never, like these days, man, it's one side saying this, other side saying that. Just let the man protect his family. Y'all always got something to say.
People gonna figure out a way to cancel, huh?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yep. Sheer?
I agree with y'all.
Hey.
That was pretty simple. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with y'all. Look, man.
Look, I wouldn't have said nothing. They'd have been like, who you texting? My family, make sure they all right. I'll be with y'all in 1 second. On earth. Yeah. Keep it. Don't go to commercial. Keep it running. I'll be done in a second.
You pay attention to the meteorologists. They tell you in 5 minutes the storm is going to be here. At such and such time it's going to be here. So he's looking at the map. He's looking at the storm moving. He know where he live at. Man, forget them people.
Yeah.
Forget them people. Yeah. I bet all of them single.
I don't know. From what I could gather, it was a mix. It was a mix of people. I just think they're miserable. Yeah, I think they're miserable.
Teacup Yorkie.
Right.
Right. Dog you can hold in your hand for right. I've been sat on him.
So this next one, Cher actually brought this one to my attention. So you guys familiar with that Nicki Minaj challenge?
Yes.
So TikTok influencer broke her spine trying to participate in the challenge. This lady got on top of a container of formula. So you know what the tin can containers look like? She was standing on that in some stilettos and slipped and busted her spine. Bless her heart. They just said she is severely injured. They didn't go on to say if she was paralyzed or not. I'm sure we'll hear about it later. But
y'all better stop doing these challenges, man. Y'all better quit.
Dumb. And I've seen some of the TikTok challenges where people are piling on top of stuff to do it. One lady stacked 2 dumbbells on top of each other and was trying to do it and failed multiple times, and she kept getting up there trying.
Wow.
Bless her dumb soul.
And again, this is another thing wrong with social media. Everybody these days would do anything for their 15 minutes or whatever. If it's gonna go viral, it's gonna go viral. Whatever it is you do. If it ain't, it ain't.
I was just about to say that, Shaka Boom. I sure do remember that retarded
crate challenge. Listen, I ain't never a day in my life want to get on one crate, let alone
multiple,
and walk up and down it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like me.
Right?
What'd you say? I like me. I like my knees. I like my spine. I like all of it.
It's a matter of time, man. And the crazy thing is that they continuing to do it. Yep. Somebody else is going to get into it. And I've been seeing parents, both moms and pops, allowing their younger daughters to do this foolishness as well, man. Wide is the gate that leads to destruction.
Come on, man. Come on, say that. One more time.
Wide is the gate that leads to destruction. And at some point, like I sit back sometimes, man. I be on Facebook and I just be looking, man, at the stuff that we follow. never resonate with people that, yo, if everybody is moving this way, maybe I need to move this way.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe I need to move this way. So, you know, I pray that she have a full recovery.
I pray too, man.
But for anybody that injured themselves doing that, that's equivalent to me of you trying to pet a lion and you wondering why that joker bit you when it bit you. Because it's a lion.
Right.
What that African do?
Yeah, man.
Oh, I want to go see the lion. Well, we hadn't fed him in a couple days.
Right.
It's okay. No, it ain't.
Right.
What you want to go over there and pet the lion? It ain't.
Hey.
Well, this was not one of the stories that I was going to talk about, but I'm gonna just throw this in there because you said going to pet a lion. So a lady in San Antonio lifted up her kid over the aquarium, not super far, just kind of lifted him up so he could get a better look. And an octopus reached up and latched on his arm, and it took two workers and the mama to get the octopus off. And the mom is saying there was no signs up there, nothing to tell them that, you know, don't look over, don't, you know, if an enclosure is open, if it's wide open and you're trying to get a closer look, you're not necessarily thinking about, I shouldn't put my hand, or I mean, I shouldn't look over the edge to see.
Right.
He trying to see.
He got his poker.
Right. He got your poker. Yeah.
That's all it takes.
I think he might have been 5 or 6 years old, but he couldn't see from the angle he was at. So his mom picked him up so he could get a better look of all the animals that were in the aquarium.
I'm just saying.
And the octopus happened to be one of them. That joker latched on, and the aquarium is blaming the mom and the little boy.
Yeah. You know why? I was just about to say, you know why? The mom and the little boy, the mom don't know, but what the aquarium or the zoo knows about an octopus, fourth grade science, we learned. Don't you understand? The only way they got that octopus off of him is because the octopus wanted to let go.
Oh, 100%.
Right.
They release dopamines when they latch. Them suction cups ain't just suction cups. They're like fingers. They have nerve endings. They release a dopamine inside the octopus that's saying, I will never let this go.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
It ain't a whole lot of that ocean that mess with an octopus.
Right. So that you got to understand, an octopus is not for men or women, but they're predators, man. They hunt.
Yeah.
And it only grabbed because it was the only reason they got it off. It ain't because they did something. It's because the octopus said, all right, I'll let you go.
Decided it wanted to let go.
Yeah.
Yep,
I probably realized that it was not, you know what I'm saying? Because the mouth is still only so big and it got that, I don't know what they call that thing.
It's called a beak.
Yeah,
It's like a beak.
Yeah, beak. That's what it is. Yeah. So, you know, and that's the same thing it is too. A lot of the times when people get to mess with predatory cats, it's not so much,
right?
You know what I'm saying? They trying to figure out what you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So no, I take that back. Not a predatory cat. Sharks when they in the sea. Sharks. Yeah. A shark will bite your leg
to see
what. Trying to figure out what it is.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a dog dude. We used to raise Rottweilers, and I learned quick when I first started dealing with them Rotties. Right. I learned how they communicate. We got hands, right? I want to give you dap. I reach out. I give you a pound. I want to touch my wife. I reach over there. I touch her, stroke her, whatever. They don't have hands the way that we do. They have teeth. And I never forget one of the first times I was playing with my Roddy when he got some size. I'm running with him, playing with the football, and that joker, them teeth over there, and he grabbed my leg with the teeth. But I noticed he wasn't biting me, right?
Right.
He wasn't biting me, grabbing my leg. You know what I'm saying? And the first time he did it, it startled me a little bit, right? But I immediately realized what it was. Every dog that I've owned, when I play with them in a certain kind of way, it do that same thing. You out in the ocean with them sharks, they see you on the surfboard, leg, you know what I'm saying?
You look like a sea turtle.
They finna come investigate.
Gonna come and
then
see
they hit
about
that leg. They be like, "Oh man, that's human. I don't want
Right,
that.
I don't want that.
Right.
That's nasty.
I thought I had a delicatessen.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought I had a delicatessen.
This unclean meat. I don't want
Right,
that.
I don't want that. Look, I bet you when a shark biter, they taste pork, everything. I don't want that.
I want that.
I taste everything in that blood.
Right.
Yes, indeed. All right. Well, the last thing I wanted to bring up, this one was kind of near and dear to my heart. Tulsa Police Department lost one of their long-term
man.
detectives, Detective John Brown. He was with them for 35 years. He appeared on First 48. That was me and Mo's show for a long time. We watched episode after episode after episode. Yeah.
Well, he used to have that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But he passed away. No, I didn't pull a picture up with him, but
I think I got one.
Yeah, I thought about that when I was going through my notes. I was like, yeah, I got to make a mention of him. Good dude.
Real good dude. Was he sick? Did it say?
No, it just mentioned that he passed away. I don't know if he had an illness or if it was, sudden. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all the feedback that I've seen on Facebook and social media.
He was a country boy too, boy.
Nothing but good vibes.
There you go.
Yep, that's him.
That's him.
They be like, "Hey man, you don't come down there and get on down there, boy. I tell you what, boy, I looked the first time. I was like, that's him."
Yeah,
he was a good detective, man.
He really was.
He had retired and didn't get to enjoy his retirement. So
he'll get over there in that investigative chair. He never was. He was the bad cop, I guess. He just sit over there,
sitting right
dipping his mouth,
staring a hole through you. Them boys ain't had no choice. Okay, man, I'll tell you
everything. Yeah.
Yep. Because you wasn't about to get over him. He wasn't believing your sob story. Once he had you in that room, if he brought you in that room to question you, unless he told you, hey, we just need to get some information. Right. We're sorry for your loss. If he hit you with them words,
I got you.
All right. Got it?
Yep.
Yeah. If he hit you with them words, you should already know you is suspect number 1, 2, or 3.
Done.
Coming for you.
I do a whole episode on First 48. Every detective. That was my show, man.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
that was my show. We was in New Orleans real quick before we move on. We was in New Orleans. My daughter AAU.
AAU turned around.
Yeah, we went to New Orleans and I went to this lounge on, I guess it was Bourbon Street.
Right off of Bourbon.
Yeah, right off of Bourbon Street. And when I walked up in there, I saw the little short police from First 48.
Oh, for real?
The little shorty. Yeah, I looked at when I seen him, I say, First 48, he looked at me, he chuckled, he said, yep.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Man. That's cool. That's
what's up. Yeah,
that's
so
cool.
a little short one. Yeah. But yeah, man, so that's that. Real quick before we get to the news on the sports spiel, I don't even know if it's sports or not, man, but Jerry Jones, what do Jerry Jones, Micah Parsons, Jay-Z, Dez Bryant, and Nicki Minaj got in common?
Outspoken? I mean,
they want to fight? I
don't know.
Man.
How do people be in the same circle?
Say, man, that girl, I think something seriously wrong with that chick, Nicki Minaj, for real, man.
She on that.
Nicki got her friends.
She on that sugar booger.
That's
sugar. That's exactly
she moves like it too, boss.
Yeah. And now she ain't
them sugar booger moves that she got going on.
The sugar booger moves. That's why everybody doing that stupid challenge. That's what's going on.
Dumb self.
She tried to do it sober and fell on her face.
Fell on her face. She ain't touring or making music no more either. All she do is just sitting at home with her husband. That's it.
And she done offered to get him beat up for $10 million.
And Dez Bryant will beat the brakes off of Kenny.
Dez said, look, man, I don't play these games. I will stomp that man out in front of you. You understand? The only thing that would have made that more potent if Dez would have said, I don't even need your money to stomp the nigga out. You know what I'm saying?
But he'll take it though. I'm sure right now. Let me get that up off of you.
Yeah, 10 bills. Yeah, if I was Kenny Petty, man, I'd be mad as hell though. Man, what you know what I'm saying? What is you doing
now, right? I'm chilling. I ain't saying nothing to nobody.
Minding my business. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And here you go offering $10 million for this man to fight me, man. Is you out your rabbit? Yeah, she really is, man. She out all her rabbits. She ain't got none.
Sound like an easy 10 mil to me.
Wait, say, man, that country boy would.
She might well
go ahead. I don't know
she might as well go ahead and get that deposit slip ready.
Yeah. Might as well. Yeah. Just go on, transfer the funds now.
That's gonna be a quiet ride back to New York.
Man. Man, look at here.
All right, guys.
Let's get it going. Let's do what we come here for.
All right. So tonight we're unpacking a bold and controversial move by the Trump administration: the launch of a private health tracking system. I think
what about the first one?
Oh, okay. I'll circle back to it.
Okay. No. Do what you're doing. Do what you do. Yeah. Do what you do. Yeah. It just threw me off.
My bad. I scrolled down too far on my notes.
Okay.
All right. So in partnership with tech giants like Google, Apple, Amazon, and healthcare players such as United Health Group and CVS Health, under the banner of a digital health ecosystem, patients will now be able to opt in to share their medical records across apps and platforms, blending data on everything from lab results to nutrition and exercise into one accessible interface. This is what the goal is. So streamlined access, better chronic care management, especially for conditions like obesity and diabetes, and real-time wellness tools powered by AI, QR codes, and tailored apps. But this initiative isn't without its storm of controversy. Privacy advocates and experts are sounding alarms about the potential ethical and legal risks from data monetization to lax protections as personal health data flows through private tech channels. So the question is, are we stepping into a revolution in patient empowerment or handing over our most sensitive data to corporate vaults? And more importantly, what does this signal about the future of healthcare and tech in America?
Yeah, I got a problem with this all the way around. All the way around, man, because was it last week we had just got through talking about cities getting the homeless people off of the streets. Just talked about that. One of the reasons I was like, well, what happened to the first story? Because the first story and this story kind of go hand in hand. We're doing it in a reverse, but they just moving us closer and closer to bringing everything to a singularity. That's what they doing. The question I have, man, is when was the last time you went to the doctor for anything? Whether it was a cold, a flu, you broke your arm, whatever, and your doctor had a problem with locating your medical records. Have anybody ever experienced that?
Well, I'll let you finish, and then I'm gonna play devil's advocate on this one.
Okay, that's cool. But that was the first question that I asked, and they always come with things to say that they are trying to make it better for the people. Well, last week, one of the things that we said was that the government is never for the people. So the second question I ask is, why in the world do Amazon, right? Who is it?
Mm-hmm. Google, Apple, Amazon.
Amazon, and Apple. Why should they have access to my medical records?
It's an open market.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? To me, it makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, man. And, if we keep going down this slope, keep allowing the government to keep doing these types of things, and we believe in them and all of this stuff, we can for real say that if people you old enough, it dates back to 2001 with the Patriot Act. Start taking stuff from us slowly but surely. Now this is where we are at. Pretty soon we're gonna be looking like Hunger Games for real.
We say it all the time, man.
This is what we're going to be looking like. We're going to be looking like Hunger Games or the show that you watch, Handmaid's Tale. Mm-hmm. This is where we're going. What can we say is ours? What can we say that we have power of? What can we say that we still have control of? What the government is saying that we the people are too dumb to take care of our own affairs, so we need to take care of them for you. And we putting everything on the cloud. We putting everything in digital. We putting everything in text hand. That way now we can control you, because all of this stuff is going to come back to what political party are you loyal to? What candidate are you loyal to? Are you a donor? How you feel about inclusiveness? If you got an issue with any of these things, we got control over your money, which we're going to talk about, your medical records, and everything else. We got control over that. But you can't complain. Why? Because you gave that to us.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. You signed
willingly.
Up for. Yeah.
Exactly what you signed up for.
Yeah. I mean,
what's your take?
It's all political. It's all political. It's all going to what we was talking about the other week, being sealed, having the name of the Most High in your foreheads. It talks about the Revelation talks about having the access in their hands or their forehead, being sealed to it. And how are we getting sealed? We're digitizing everything. I just heard today, we was reading an article, me and the wife, about Elon Musk is one more step closer to the Neuralink, smart link. Is that, remember the last year we did the shows about him opening the trials for the animals, and now it's been the people. Now they're about to put this thing. It's been tested. They've been quiet about it. It's been tested by a few people, and it's look like it's about to be out on the market here soon. So again, that goes hand in hand. Why wouldn't I want to be able to go to the doctor, or when I'm signing up for the doctor, be able to tap an app and my information is in all apps, and it comes up just like that. I can put in a thumb, instead I can log in the first time, put in my username and password, and now I can do face recognition or thumb recognition and just open up the app. But this article I was reading, it says this initiative is a significant step towards, listen to this, digitizing and sharing health information with the potential for both benefits and risk related to patient convenience and data privacy. It remains to be seen how these challenges will be addressed as the system develops and integrates with the existing healthcare landscape. I don't want to spoil the movie, but everybody's talking about how bad this new Ice Cube War of the Worlds is, because they're looking for action. All I would say is go watch it, because it's talking about this exactly. Data, information, and it all being lumped into one singularity, and the government being able to control you because they got everything on you. Everything. And like I said, and this is my last point, why won't we just put y'all in districts? The diabetes risk in this district, the so-and-so in this district, we just have different districts because we got all your data. We know where to place you. And you're going to do what we say you're going to do. It's all about control. That's all it is. We want more. The more data we can get off of you, the more control we can have. So I just think it's another one of the same, political to go digital.
So, and I agree with both of you on this. You're not wrong. But to answer your earlier statement, whenever you ever gone to the doctor and they couldn't pull up your, it's not so much about going to one doctor. It's when you have to go to another doctor. And I think what happened, it's not even a think. I know this is what happened. how many times have you had to switch a doctor, right? Like you lived in one area, then you moved and you had to switch doctors, and then you have to go through this entire process again, giving them all your information, running down all the prescriptions that you're taking, all of the health issues, because they'll ask you questions. Have you ever had that little questionnaire that they give you? And it'll ask you all those questions. Have you ever had allergies, seizures? I mean, it's a plethora of questions that they ask you, right? I know this stemmed from it came from somebody had a really good idea. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to go to another doctor? They click on, a couple of keys and they can pull up all my medical history so that I don't have to now go through this entire process again. This really came from a genuine good place from somebody's who were having issues. I'll give you an example. I know a young lady who had cancer. She traveled between states. The first state that she was in, all her medical information, all the different things that she was going through. So she tried to go to another medical facility in another state where the healthcare was better, cancer treatments were better, and the other state refused. The other medical providers refused to share her information. So much so that this new facility could not really treat her because they don't know what she's already gotten. They don't know what medicine she's on because she couldn't remember everything. She can't tell them. And even if she could, they don't know how much of the medication she's had. They don't know how much of the treatment she's had. They don't know where she is in the process necessarily, how many cc's of whatever she's getting. So they treated her for as much as they possibly could without infringing on anything. But then she had to go back home and go back to the doctor. When she got back home, went back to the doctor, it wasn't maybe 3 months. She passed away.
Wow.
And she could have gotten much better treatment.
They wanted to treat her where she had went, but they couldn't. And you are absolutely right. And these are the type of things when you look at the government and all of their regulations and things, they regulate this, they regulate this. Well, they need to regulate these insurance companies as well to where something like that would be illegal. Because in all essentiality, what you're doing is you are, what's the word? You are not resisting. You are, when you go to a hospital for service and they don't give it to you.
Refusing.
You're refusing service. That's what you're doing, man.
Right.
You cannot, it's not like, I'm renting a house scenario. Renting a house, I want to rent another house. And the landlord from the one house want to know my rental history, but the landlord of the house that I'm renting from don't want to release it. Yeah. No, we're dealing with lives here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're dealing with lives here,
Right.
And if I feel like I could get better treatment somewhere else, you should be mandated to release my medical records. We shouldn't have to go through the government. This is one of the problems that I have so much with people as a whole is that we rely on the government when the government is supposed to rely on us. There is for real a such thing as too much government.
Yep. I agree. And I mean,
there is a such, go ahead.
No, I'm saying, look at it now. When you go to the hospital, they want to digitize it because you basically, when you go to the emergency room and get that paper down at the bottom, and the nurse will be like, oh, that little thing at the bottom before you sign, check that box. That means we're just able to have your medical files and history, released to us to treat you better. That's what they say. And then you check that box and then you sign it. So they have to get on a computer. And sometimes the reason it takes so long is because different agencies across the world that has your information on a server, that person is working third shift because it's 2:00 in the morning and your little child has got a fever and now you're at the emergency room, they're typing in to get that previous history released. Well, now instead of doing that, they just want to put it all in one app. So you don't have to sign all that paperwork. You know what I'm saying? So pros and cons. I mean, like you said, it ain't information for a house, it's people you're dealing with. And it's kind of tough to say, hey, we're not just helping better. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we're not just helping serve the helping the government though. These other when you ask that question, what do tech giants like Google, Apple, and Amazon have to do with
Open
anything?
AI, right.
If you got a Google Watch, an Apple Watch, and you use any of those apps that they have on there where they're checking your heart rate, checking your medical history.
They can
you say you sign up because you want to lose weight, you want to go on an exercise plan, and you have to put all this information there, your height, your weight, all these different things, and then it'll give you a small diagnosis. Sometimes you need to go see your doctor. Amazon is now doing, I don't know if you're familiar with Teledoc. It's like a telehealth system where you call don't have to go into the doctor's office. You can call, tell them your symptoms, and they'll renew a prescription. You run up there to your local pharmacy and go pick up the prescription for, whatever it is. Amazon got into that. I've been seeing commercials where that's something you can do. You can reach out to Amazon doctors and get that information and have them provide you medical services. How in the world is Amazon able to provide medical information? Like, it's an open market. It's a wide open market.
Exactly. Like I wear this watch, and you make a very great argument there, but not because I can't tell you how many times I wake up in the morning and I'd be like, you know what, man, I ain't dealing with this watch no more. You know what I'm saying? For the very fact I go through the day, this joker get the beep and telling me my heart rate. I ain't signed up for nothing. I don't need you to. So I'm thinking to myself, and y'all know I think outside the box. I'm thinking to myself, this joker could judge my heart rate just by me wearing it. Well, hell, it might shoot something in my arm and stop it.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
and electrodes,
right? And these are the things. But we sign up for this stuff. Yeah. What would happen if we just stopped thinking in the name of convenience for everything and be like, you know what? I'm not gonna sign up for that,
right?
Because Mama always told me if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah. I mean, it may be a little bit inconvenience for me to do this way, but at the same time, I still got some control over this.
Right. That's the thing. Right. You still have control over what you want to let out or let in.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Because when you go at it this way, and you're right, you got the pros and cons. They not lying to you. It's gonna be more convenient.
Absolutely.
It is. It really is. But what are you giving up for the convenience? I tell my kids all the time, ain't nothing in this world free.
Nothing. Not a thing. Not even death.
Because right now, in the preliminary stages, it's for your convenience. Next thing you know, just like when you try to pay a bill online with your car, you got a surcharge. It's just $3 right now for
the convenience fee.
So you at the emergency room or the doctor, you need the care. $3. It ain't nothing. Swipe it. Next year, now it's $12. You be like, wait a minute. Now it's a copay.
Right.
A couple years later.
Right. And they start taking more and giving less. Like we got some stuff in the storage. We know we paid for 24-hour storage. It's in what you call it? The climate control storage.
Yeah.
Supposed to be 24 hours. When we started, our price was like this, sure.
Now
our price like this, sure. And then we went a couple of weekend. What was that last weekend?
This past weekend.
We went last weekend at around 10:30, 11 o'clock?
It wasn't even that late. It was 9:30.
To get something out of there, they told us it's closed. So how in the hell you gonna charge me this much money? It's like every month you going up on the bill.
Right.
And I can't get to my stuff.
But the service that I signed up for, it no longer exists. What do you mean you closed?
Right.
Oh.
And this is what they do. They'll swindle you in on stuff. Right. And this is how it is.
Right.
Then now all of a sudden, we putting these locks down on
it. Because what happened, what they do is they'll send out an email. You know how Spotify or Apple say something to our policy changes, and then you think it's just something to update you on. Well, what they're saying is we were public, now we're privatized.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We're private now, so we can charge it. We private. We're not getting public funding, no stocks and trades. We are a private company owned by one CEO or one owner, and we got to pay his salary So we're gonna charge you
We're
more
gonna charge
and give you less.
They give you less. That's exactly what they do.
That's exactly what happened. If you've not had an opportunity, I highly encourage you to go watch two different shows. One of them is Black Mirror, because all of the new episodes really talk about all of the technology that is out there. Some of it is available. Some of it I think is on the horizon. But go watch it. Some of it seemed like it's so far fetched until you really start paying attention to it. And the other one is Love, Death, and Robots.
Yeah, Love, Death, the Robots.
It's really interesting take on how a lot of the technology is transforming. But go check it out. Just go watch 1 or 2 episodes, and you'll want to watch more to see what else they're trying to tell us. All right, so let me scroll up back to the original topic. I'm sorry, Ayo, did you have something else?
Oh, no.
Okay. All right, so the financial shift that's shaking the bank world. A new wave of bank consolidation is on the horizon, and it's bigger than just buyouts. We're talking mergers of equals, strategic moves where mid-size and regional banks are joining forces to survive and thrive, driven by loosened regulations, shrinking profit margins, and the race for digital power. Banks are realizing they've got to scale up or get swallowed. But these mergers aren't simple. They come with massive complexity, from tech integration to cultural clashes. So the question is, are we witnessing the beginning of a new banking empire or a scramble to stay alive in a crumbling system? Let's get into it.
Man, these mergers and consolidations of these banks is dangerous. One of the only things that I could say about it, because we're getting, again, I'm repeating myself, we're getting closer to a one world order. If you was not able to see it 5 years ago, it's getting a little bit clearer now on how it's beginning to operate. When big tech, we talk about this, sir. Elon Musk was not just put there for a reason, people. He wasn't. He was not just put there for a reason. Zuckerberg's name has begun to get quiet, but he's still a big player in this thing. So what people with money like that, what they do is they start something, put something out there, like your Bill Gates, your Zuckerbergs and stuff like that. They get the ball moving, then they fade into the background and they let other people take the momentum. Then they start letting younger people get on board with it. And then this is how things start changing. If these banks began to merge together and they start consolidating, think to yourself how hard it's going to be for you to get a loan if you think that it's hard now, like for real. They're going to be asking you questions again. I'm reiterating myself again because I told you they go hand in hand. Are you a donor? You want a loan. You need a car. You need a house. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just one bank now because they done all consolidated.
Right.
Are you a donor? What's your political candidate?
Right.
Who are you going to be supporting? What's your opinion on this agenda? How do you feel about this? And if you are in some type of way not a part of what it is that they want you to be a part of, right? Then you might not get your loan. Because now all of your money is what? Tied on blockchains.
Right.
Now it's only one bank because they done all consolidated.
Yep.
And we got all your medical records.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what are you going to do? Yeah. And this is for real the road that they're trying to do. And another thing that a lot of people are not seeing is that we're getting this much closer to what they call universal base income. We're getting this much closer to
Mark of the beast, New World Order.
They showing it to you, but they can't do nothing. This is the thing that always get me, is that they can't do nothing without our okay. They present it and we accept it. And it's never what they present it to be. Them blankets look like blankets to the natives. They didn't look like smallpox.
Right.
They came bearing gifts.
Yep.
And this is exactly what they doing right now, man. These bank mergers, man. This is not good, man. We are moving into, to answer that question, we are moving into a whole different financial system, period.
Right.
Period.
Right. This is, I want to say this real quick, and you absolutely great take, because you said something. I used to work in the financial for a secondary bank. And what I did was, if you needed $4,000 or $5,000 to get your sons or daughter some braces, or if you was out of work and needed some money to help pay a couple months of bills, you came to me. If you had, 660, 670, 630, I get you a loan. The interest rate gonna be absolutely crazy, but I'm gonna get you some money.
I could get you the
You
loan.
need the help today. Now, if somebody came in there with a 710, 720, guess what I did? We had a relationship with Wells Fargo. I pick up the phone, call down the first. Hey man, I got Mr. Johnson, Mr. Shearer, Yeshua Judah here. His credit way too good for us. I'm gonna send them to y'all. You happy, they happy, right? Because you, with a better credit score, you don't need that high interest rate with Mr. IO. We're gonna send Shearer down to Wells Fargo because he has this is where the market is going to. We need stronger people like Shearer Yeshua 720, because guess what? It's guaranteed. If I give Shearer a loan for $1 million to keep his payroll going, that's guaranteed money back to the bank that he is going to be paying back on that loan. That's guaranteed money the bank is going to have to make investments in Wall Street. That's the bigger picture. That's where they want to go. So they'll say, you remember last year we did the Silicon Valley Bank, where they were shutting the banks, people were scared because it was a long line at the ATM, and or at the people was going to the ATM, couldn't access, waiting in the bank was closed. By the time that was at 8:30, by the time 12 o'clock, it's a long line, people trying to get their money. And then all of a sudden get an email telling everybody go home, we're going to get your money tomorrow. Then they get an email saying that the bank is closed down, that they've been bought out. Well, here you go. They were setting it up for now. It says, overall, the banking industry is entering a period. Listen again, true journalism. Read between the lines. Listen to what they're saying. Like Ak was saying. Overall, the banking industry is entering a period where consolidation is seen as a strategic move for many institutions to address market shifts, leverage technology, navigate regulations, and maintain profitability in an evolving landscape. Like I just said. So what they're saying, if we don't merge, we're going to have to keep giving loans to IO. He eventually pay it off and pay us back. But he get behind because he's still living paycheck to paycheck. But we want more of Shears with the 700, 720s that we know. So we can attract more Shears with bigger banks, because we can possibly offer, not guaranteed, look at what they say, we can offer a low interest rate, and we can offer a more of a short-term loan. Hey, for $1 million, pay this $1 million back in 12 months. Your payments are $81,000 a month. But Mr. Shearer, he got the credit. He got the business. He can pay that back. Me, they be like, bro, we're not giving you a loan. So again, it's going to be more harder, like Ak was saying, because they got to compete. And they want the guaranteed money back to invest more into what they said, the maintain of profitability in an evolving landscape. I say it's all changing. It's all digital. We got to be able to compete.
Everything is going digital
It's
to
going
where
digital.
what we call cash is being outsourced. That it's not going to be there no more. You got to listen to the words to be coming out of these people's mouth. Trump, and I think we mentioned this last week. At the beginning, Trump was like boo-boo on digital currency. Now he's all for it. He didn't change his mind. His employers changed his mind.
Whoever his
because
boss.
This is the way that it's going. You see what I'm saying? And he had to get on board with that, man. Right. We've all worked for companies where, the person that is the face that we know feel a certain way, and then he come back and be like a whole different story on what he was telling us. Why? Because his vision ain't the vision of the president or the vice president or the CEO.
That's right.
And he get paid by them. Meaning that now, whether you on board with it or not, what's going to come out of your mouth is that you on board, and you going to sell it to everybody that reports to you. You going to sell this. And that's what they doing right now.
Absolutely.
And so when they consolidate, like the Ak was saying, and we've been hearing this for years, that they're drowning, they're killing the middle class. It's just going to be two classes.
The lower and the...
It's going to be the haves and the have-nots. This is the direction that they are moving right now.
The have-nots. 680, that's decent to okay. That's a have-not. That's 710, 720. Oh, we can give you the $1 million of create control because we know over 3 months we're going to invest the money you paying back to us. We're going to be.
But your 720. But the way that this stuff is going, your 720 is not going to just be based off of FICO, though. It's going to be based off a whole litany of other things. You see what I'm saying? So you could be somebody that got a 720, but you got a 550 over here on something that they just may pass the law on.
Right. Absolutely. That's it.
That's going to keep you from being able to, and now your money is digitalized. Did I say it?
Digitized,
Digitalized, yeah. You got it right.
We know what you mean.
Right.
Yeah, boy.
You could be sitting knowing that you worth $100,000, $250,000. You worth this, sure, but you still looking at eviction or foreclosure repos, and you can't do nothing about it. Why? Because you're not following the agendas. This is where we're going. Everything is being brought from all of these different areas to one centralized location.
Singularity.
Everything.
All singularity. Just like the first topic.
Singularity.
All digitized in one spot.
That's what we talked about last week with the government getting on board with digital currency. That's a boo-boo. What made digital currency so attractive was the government didn't have nothing to do with it.
Right. Now they want their hands in it.
Yep, I don't say so much for that.
Now they want to know every facet of what we're doing. We gotta know what y'all doing out there.
Well, think about what they did with Cash App a few years ago. They wanted to know what you were spending your Cash App on now, and if you pay attention now, most times if you send somebody anything via Cash App, you got to put a note. Before the note was optional, and people used to put stuff like happy birthday or for lunch or whatever, and that was just optional. Now you almost can't send it without putting a note on there as to why you're sending it.
I'm gonna start giving emojis.
Right there. Crazy. Look, they had a meeting with the CEO dude to do that. He said no. He was out of here.
Yeah.
They was like, oh, he got to go. Once they got him out of here. Yeah, you remember he the Cash App dude. They killed him.
Right.
Then he get stabbed, random stabbing or something like that. Like, come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, man.
This crazy.
This is where we at. Yeah, that tripped me out though when that first started happening. I sent my wife some money, and that joker wouldn't let me send it until I told them why.
What?
And I'm saying why? Why?
Right? Why I gotta?
We both saying why.
Right.
We both want to know why.
Yeah, right. They probably said, "Why? Do you want to hear in the African voice or the English? You do because we actually white. That's why.
Because we said so.
Because we said so.
Do you want to send the money or not?
Hey, why don't you try it now and see if it make you
It's okay.
Yeah, right.
I tried it.
Why?
I tried it.
You do not need the money.
Well, before we take our break and come back with the Beyond Critical Race Theory, we got one more to hit you with. So President Trump has ordered the repositioning of 2 U.S. nuclear submarines to appropriate regions near Russia, a direct response to highly provocative comments by Dmitry Medvedev, now the deputy chairman of Russia's Security Council. Medvedev accused Trump of playing an ultimatum game, 50 days or 10, warning that successive threats are not just dangerous but could push towards a war. Trump, in turn, labeled the remarks foolish and inflammatory, stressing that although words can spark unintended consequences, the U.S. must be prepared. So could this frantic posture push Russia towards diplomacy or deeper confrontation?
Boy,
both of y'all just shaking your heads.
Listen, DJT, if you or your staff is looking and listening, Putin a different dude, man. Y'all, I don't know.
That ain't what you want.
That ain't listen. And this is what Zelensky and these other world leaders, they listen. We know you're here for business, Donald, and we know USA is a corporation. But Putin been doing this thing for a long time, bro. He been doing this thing for a minute. So you got to understand what chess game you playing. He done already did it backwards, forwards, got a t-shirt, short set to match. So you got to be careful. And here's the thing. One article said, Medvedev, now the deputy chairman of Russia's Security Council, have reportedly made statements about the potential for nuclear conflict between the nuclear armed powers, leading to a war of words between the two leaders on social media. There lies the problem. We keep saying it. The highest office, the president of the United States, is going back and forth with a leader or a prime minister on Twitter.
This is done intentionally, though.
Right. And he making threats on, what is it? True Social platform that Donald Trump invented. There's no more mystique. You used to read about whatever Gorbachev and Reagan or whatever Saddam Hussein and Daddy Bush or George Bush was saying back and forth in the newspaper or on the news. Now you can just click in the X or Twitter or True Social and boom, there it is right there. And everybody has an eye to what they're doing. So there's no more mystique. But like I said, it's done intentionally. They want you to think you got a hand in this.
Right.
They want you to think you got to say so when it's political.
Right.
Now, like I said, everybody's got a microphone. Everybody got a camera. They just 19 years old. Now everybody got millions of followers. Now everybody got an opinion about what they seen Donald Trump tweet to Medvedev or Putin, and they going back and forth. And just off that one soundbite, they could do a whole hour show and have 800,000 followers and 20,000 shares. And look how far this information is there to go across the world.
Right.
So yeah, it's set up like that. I just don't think that lining 2 submarines up like that is going to make somebody like Putin, to answer your question, flinch. He's not going to flinch. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying. DJT, do you really, like, who is in your cabinet telling you, like, nah, that's not a good idea? They're not going to take that lightly, sir. You can do it, but this ain't Macron in France. This ain't the UK. This is Putin. So I don't think it's gonna work.
You know how your aunt got an aunt that got locked up back in 1976. When he got locked up, he was roughly 18, 22, 23 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Cats out on the street was wearing bell bottoms, platform shoes. You know what I'm saying? Froze, had them picked out. You know, partners was riding around in the 2-door Coupe de Ville, the diamond in the back, listening to Earth, Wind, and Fire, Ohio Players or something like that. He was locked up 20 years, so when he got home, it was no longer 1976. It was now 1996. Cats out here now walking around with cell phones. They got bass in the trunk of the car. You know what I'm saying? Brothers got fades now. It's no longer froze. You got to catch up. He got one or two things to do. He can either stay in 1976, right? Or he can catch up with the times. And I said that to say with Trump is still behind time when it comes to America.
Thank you for putting it more eloquently than I did. That's what I was trying to say.
Right. He's still behind time.
Still behind the time.
See, these moves that Trump is doing, they would have worked 20 years ago.
Right. Yep.
There was a time when Russia and every other nation was truly afraid of America, and they had reason to be. But they're no longer afraid of America. There is no fear of America. Everybody knows except America that America is weak. You have been exposed. You're no longer the superpower that you once was. And not only are you no longer the superpower that you once was, the people who help you get to the pinnacle are the same people that are now selling you out.
That's right.
You are being used as a sacrifice. You are being brought down intentionally. And we got a leader who is selling to the people, and we got so many people believing what he's selling that we are unstoppable. And it's like you said, Aki, that's not making Putin flinch, not one iota.
He like, boy, I eat that like Doritos. That ain't nothing.
Like Doritos.
This is the thing, man. I believe that we are closer now than we ever have been to full out conflict on American soil. We talk about it all the time on this station, and we're going to continue to talk about it because I need you to understand, not just understand, but overstand, and also be aware when you out there in the streets. The soldiers are here already.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Every time you go to the mall, every time you go to the gas station, every time you go to the grocery store, every time you go to the medical doctor, you are surrounded by the enemy, insurgents.
Telling you.
Cat Williams told y'all about them insurgents.
I'm telling you, Cat Williams. Listen.
And all it take is a phone call or
that's all it take. Look, I keep talking about the movie, The Sum of All Fears.
Right.
Go watch. Jack Ryan, that character was made. Jack Ryan thought USA was on the up and up, and we the ones looking for the weapon. Morgan Freeman.
Red October too.
Red
October is another one.
Yeah, like boy,
you know what I'm saying?
That weapon and exchange American hands so many times. It's us. We sold it to them to use it on us. The weapon came from us. We the one sold it to them.
Let's listen to this exchange from Trump, and how do you pronounce his name?
Medvedev.
Medvedev.
Listen to this exchange between these two. This is Trump talking. He said, let's keep it that way. He said that Russia and U.S. do almost no business together. Let's keep it that way. And tell, what's his name?
Medvedev.
Yeah. When I say tell, y'all Medvedev. Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
Right.
Noted.
The failed, this is Trump. He said the failed former president of Russia who thinks he's still president to watch his words. He's entering into very dangerous territory. And then Medvedev. He responded Thursday with a statement saying, if a few words from a former Russian president can provoke such a nervous reaction from the sitting and supposedly formidable president of the United States, then clearly Russia is entirely in the right and will continue on its chosen path.
See what I'm saying? See what we saying? Trump, this ain't.
And this is being done openly, people. Openly. It's like the Ox said. We used to get this type of information from the media that was allowed inside the room. They would get it, write it down, go back, then type it up, and then send it out, and we'll get it a day or two later. Now we getting this stuff real time. This is reality, and they want it that way. Because the more we can see this in real time, the more anxious we get. Remember that word sedition? That's what Two Edges talked about.
That Two Edges, come on. We is into edges. Come on.
This is causing sedition. And it's going to get to a point where the people ain't listening to the government no more. None of them.
Well, see, to land back real quick, like you said, this ain't 20, 30 years ago. Everybody know. Back in the Cold War, Gorbachev, Ronald Reagan, guess what movie was out that influenced you at that time because you didn't have things in real time? Rocky. Russian, Ivan Drago.
Still to this day, the best Rocky.
The best Rocky. Why? Because at that time, it was the perfect movie because in the late 80s, USA against Russia. Oh, he was American. Now that don't it's get this all this information out here. You get to know what's right from wrong. They're like, man, Trump, we on USA, what released them Epstein files. You see what I'm saying? It ain't like what it used to be. It ain't like what it used to be. Yeah. It ain't like what it used to be, man.
So, yeah, man. This is some real stuff, man, and we got a real emotional, hothead, orange fella that's in the office right now.
He lacks emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
Right. That's it. Emotional. They know how to trigger them, man. They like, man, we know how to,
they sure do.
We know how to pull you into a fight.
Yeah,
while you tweeting, we send them 2 submarines. We already over here below you with 4 submarines ready to attack that you can't even detect.
You can't
hit all his hot buttons.
Yep. Yeah. So this is where we at right now, people. Yeah. Yo, so we getting ready to go into the second half of the show, huh?
Yeah, we're ready to take this first break, 2 minutes and 40 seconds. So go get your popcorn, take a quick siesta. We'll be right back.
And let's get ready to rumble.
And flat-footed and just pour it in there. 3 judges, and they will score the fight. The referee, man, a young man but a veteran man. There is the Leon Spinks ring record.
The heavyweight champion of the world, Larry Holmes.
Spinks was top-rated WBC contender, and that's when moving. Seconds into the first round. Reporters pick Spinks to win. Michael Katz with the excellent chance. Larry. Spinks tried. Detroit ringside, round 2 just underway. Spinks far more dangerous than Bourbon. Los Angeles, California. By the time it landed, with a superior height and reach, throughout the fight, he out-muscled Spinks, man who uses movement. Spinks is fighting his fight. Advantage. 1. Now that Holmes waiting for Spinks in the middle of the ring. William Huss Spinks has shown that he is on the step. No, Larry loses cool. Oh, a good left to the belly. Spinks making him down, and Holmes is now scoring heavily against, measuring him, then the right, and then the left. And Spinks is ready to go. Spinks up. From the knee, but the movement has gone from his leg away too soon. He is just killing him. Eddie Holmes actually troubled in the second round. Spinks stuck against the ropes right near again the replay. See the way he measures Holmes, but he hasn't picked them. He's for Spinks because in the second round it looked fight. And it was no contest. In fact, a mismatch. Lewis Arena. And there is the defeated Leon Spinks.
And there is the defeated Leon Spinks.
Wow. That's
Nobody
crazy.
did it better than Howard Cosell.
Howard
And this is
Cosell.
Howard Cosell. Yeah. It's an iconic voice, man. Iconic voice.
Iconic
Indeed.
voice. Yes, it is.
All right.
Well, today
That time.
it is that time. One of our favorite parts of the show. We got our Beyond Critical Race Theory, which equals historical critical race facts. And today we're going to take a step back and kind of go into this because of what's going on out there in the world. We got a couple topics we're about to do, and this kind of segues into those topics. What's going on in Cincinnati? We're going to get into that in a second. Also, you hear more and more about sundown towns, and you hear more and more about in some places across the United States, a lot of white-only signs are being put back up into restaurants. There was a restaurant the other day I saw on the Honeybee in Florida, where the so-called black couple went in and had to sit for 10, 15, 20 minutes before they just left. Didn't get greeted, nothing. And they found out that the owner doesn't want us in there.
What?
There's a lot of that going on. I'm gonna have to get that and send that to you guys. It's the Honeybee restaurant, Honeybee or something like that. I have to get it to you. But I wanted to go into this today, and thankful for the website, A History of Racial Injustice. And we're gonna do this again, what we used to do, the series of On This Day. Because on this day, August 6, 1942, the Interstate Railroad Company adopts policy denying service to guess who? So-called black passengers. Let's get into it. On August 6, 1942, Southern Railway, an interstate railroad company based in Washington, D.C., adopted a policy effectively denying service to so-called black passengers on its rail cars. For years, the Southern Railway policy mandated that trains serve white passengers and black passengers meals at different times, which often resulted in the denial of meals to so-called black passengers. In 1942, Southern Railway further entrenched in its commitment to segregation and denying its so-called black customer service by adopting a policy which reserved 10 of the train's 11 dining tables exclusively for so-called white passengers at all times. The one remaining table in the dining car that was theoretically open to so-called blacks. In 1942, Elmer W. Henderson, a so-called black attorney, civil rights leader, member of President Franklin D. Roosevelt's Fair Employment Practices Commission and one of the first so-called black graduates of Georgetown University Law Center, boarded a Southern Railway train traveling first class from Washington, D.C. to Atlanta, Georgia. The train's dining car remained occupied with white passengers for the duration of his journey, and railroad employees denied Mr. Henderson a dining table based on his race and skin color. At 9 p.m., the train reached Greensboro, North Carolina, and the dining car ceased serving passengers. Neither Mr. Henderson nor any of the so-called black passengers ever had a chance to eat dinner. So they was on that train riding all day, all the time, and didn't get nothing to eat, no dinner. Mr. Henderson subsequently filed a complaint with the Federal Interstate Commerce Commission, alleging that the railroad's policy violated the Interstate Commerce Act and the Equal Protection Clause of the U.S. Constitution. The ICC denied relief, finding that Mr. Henderson had sustained no compensable damage as a result of the disadvantage caused him by Southern Railway. It would take 5 years for the Supreme Court to re-examine Mr. Henderson's case, while ruling in Henderson versus United States that Southern Railway's policies violated the Interstate Commerce Act. The court avoided declaring racial segregation unconstitutional, paving the way for that practice to continue for years. And it seemed like it never stopped.
Of course it didn't.
And that's it. I found that odd that popped up on this day, August 6, 1942, with all that's going on in Cincinnati. You got the White Town only in the Ozarks in Missouri, which I will add, in the Ozarks, we do have a community of brews in the Ozarks. About 50 to 70 acres of land. Yes. Judah Mack and his camp. Yes, they are in the Ozarks, where that white only town is. So that white only town, they're looking to expand here. So we will probably, and my prayer goes out to them brews, that they be protected by the Most High and his angels and the Malachim from our power, that they don't be affected. Because if they're in the Ozarks on their own land that they bought and paid for, building, if that white's only town expand, they're gonna bump heads.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. So and that's why this came across. I was like, wow, on this day in 1942, and look what's all going on, man, in the United States. And like I said, it took a black lawyer that had credentials, took him 5 years. And then they still was like, yeah, they were in the wrong, but it's not a big deal. So carry on. And it continued. So
get over it, basically.
Get over it. It's in the past. It happened 5 years ago. Just like they tell us now, oh, that's in the past. Slavery is in the past. Get over it.
But remember 9/11. But remember the Holocaust.
Never forget.
But remember, you know what I'm saying?
Remember everything but slavery.
Never forget.
It's crazy, man, that when we get treated a certain type of way by clear folks, we can only complain about the treatment to other clear folks.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I gotta. It's like, you know, who policed the police? You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what this situation is, man. Like, they'll put the law in to say that the law is put in place, knowing darn well that they don't have to uphold it, but there is a law. Now, when you come file a complaint, I got the jurisdiction or the power to, however fit I see to do it. Come around 5 years later, well, you know, this was a long time ago. There was no injury, no foul, no play. Everything will be all right.
No harm,
just
no
going
foul.
about your day.
Right.
That's what the issue is, because you said something at the end of that, Aki, which is because they don't even get slaps on the wrist. They don't even receive those. Right. They just continue to do as is. See, you can't tell a kid not to do this, hey, I need you home before the street lights. And this kid come home after the street lights. You don't punish him. First time. Second time, he come home after the street lights. You don't punish him. But every time you telling him when he leave, I need you to beat the street lights. You see what I'm saying? He ain't got no reason to beat the street lights. Why? But if
there's no repercussions.
But if your kid grew up in a house like my mama, you missed that street light
one time.
One time. You're gonna be home 2 hours before that street light come on.
Right.
Because you still feeling
the effects. Right.
The effects of missing it by a little bit. You weren't even trying to miss it, but you missed it.
Right. Right out. No repercussions.
And these two stories we're about to get to, that's the reason. Here in America, stuff like this is continuing to happen.
Yep. And that's why I said that particular story segued right into these last two stories. Uh-oh.
That joker say 2 hours to bed. That's the kind of stuff I'll be talking about. I ain't never asked this what time I need to go to bed. What you mean 2 hours to bed time?
People of a certain age.
Listen, I'll tell you. Old people, I apologize. I used to tell y'all when y'all get in bed at 8:30, 9 o'clock.
What's wrong with you?
Listen, you was right
here.
Bruh.
You was right.
Bruh.
I apologize to my mama for the same thing. Because I used to give her grief. I call at 8:30. Mama, what you doing?
In the bed.
In the bed. It's 8:30. I wish I could get in the bed by 8:30.
What?
Man, I had family come visit us last weekend, boy. As soon as they left, I went up there stairs. I told the wife, I said, I'm finna go up here and watch a movie. Boy, I got that bed.
The movie was watching him.
Quick. I ain't moved. And the sun wasn't even down yet.
Telling you, man. Telling you, boy. I used to say, all the old people, y'all was right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Right.
I just told our daughter the other day, I used to get upset when I was a kid. In school, they to night nap time. I said, boy, now I be praying that my job give us a nap time.
When you in kindergarten, first grade, nap time, you couldn't even be still.
Right.
See, now I'll be happy to get
I'll be the first to go grab that mat.
That cold mat. You didn't respect that cold mat back then. Now, boy, I'll be.
Boy, what?
Soon as I get that mat, I'll be out of there.
Yes, indeed. But yeah,
all right.
Beautiful. Not beautiful in the sense of, but great. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, beyond critical race theory. I do have a question. Nobody have to answer it, but just a thought. What would America be without racism, though?
Boy, that's the foundation. That's what
the country is built on.
About. And these next two stories.
Yes, indeed. So with that being said, what is going on in Cincinnati?
It's in the water.
So
WKRP in Cincinnati.
So in several Cincinnati.
Huh? Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she did. Lonnie.
79 years old. Yep.
In several Cincinnati neighborhoods, including College Hill, Madisonville, and South Cumminsville, residents awoke to Ku Klux Klan flyers scattered across streets and lawns. These flyers carried open racist messaging and even included a QR code linking directly to a KKK website. People are outraged, of course, unnerved. One College Hill resident...
That was an accident. I didn't do that on purpose.
Okay. Described the scene, saying they were truly disappointed and expressed frustration at feeling like their own neighborhood had been invaded by hate. City leaders aren't staying quiet, though. The Cincinnati Police Department's intelligence unit has launched an active investigation urging anyone with information or camera footage to turn it in. Mayor Aftab Purival weighed in, declaring, "Outsiders bringing hate to our city is inexcusable. We will not become a city where hate succeeds." The NAACP also denounced the flyers, calling them divisive recruitment tools and reaffirming its commitment to community unity and action. So my question is, what are your thoughts on how this is being handled?
All that the chief said is, "We ride." It's code word for "we ride it down." Go ahead.
Nah, yeah, man. Like, come on, man. Y'all better get out of here.
He ain't gonna do nothing. But
it's like, go ahead.
I just want to say this real quick. Me and we were talking about this earlier. It's funny how people in the neighborhood are woke to the flies. If y'all so big and bad, what you dropping them off at night for? Come through the hood in the daytime. You don't do it because you know what'll happen. You YNs ain't playing that. Did y'all know what happened in Ohio when they was on that bridge? And then YNs ran them off that bridge. And YNs showed up with the rifles and everything. Like, look, we can put on Pooh Shiesty mask too and come on the bridge with y'all too. Get out of here. And the boys Nazis had to pack up and leave. So they said, well, this time we just gonna drop off the flyers at night when everybody's asleep. Ride on our horse.
I don't think, and I agree with you wholeheartedly on what you're saying, but for some reason, I don't believe that they took these flyers to that type of a hood though, because those type of hoods don't sleep. Them YNs don't sleep.
Dig in. That's a great point, Op. That's a great point.
They took them to, you know how in Oak Cliff there are neighborhoods that's all black, but they're all older communities.
Right.
You got to go?
Yep.
All right, then. We got it.
All right.
Hold it down.
Yeah.
Long family.
All right. Be careful, love.
All righty.
But yeah, they're all, we done become grown and we got our families and we done moved out, but our parents still there. You dig what I'm saying? Older communities, because any hood that got a street running through the middle of it called Martin Luther King, they didn't take them flyers over there.
Boy, anywhere where you got an MLK drive.
Yeah.
Listen.
They take the flies up. Now, this is the thing with that. They know who did it in those communities with the older people. Why?
Absolutely.
Because older people, I know this for a fact. I'm not making this up. Older people are spending money on Ring doorbells, Google doorbells.
Right.
They're spending money on, depending on the neighborhood, they're spending money on CCTVs on their houses and Google cameras on their houses.
Right.
So they know who done it.
They know who done it. Absolutely.
So it leads me to ask the question, how did this make it to the news? Because I'm going to be honest with you on this point here too. See, I just started thinking about stuff like this here because we talk about it all the time on this station, how they trying to bait us into something, man. Yeah. And this is what they're doing. They still doing it. They're trying to bait us into a reaction. And we just got to hold on and don't let them shake us, man.
Right.
How did this make the news? Because I know black. If I don't know nothing else, I know black. Been black 51 years, almost 52. I know. And this is how we react to crazy stuff. If I wake up to a KKK flower on my yard, in my mailbox or on my porch, nigga, that's junk mail.
Right.
Because my mind going right to where you went to. Look, if you bad enough to put this on my porch or in my mailbox, why wait till I'm asleep?
Right.
That's junk mail to us. That that wasn't no more important than a dadgum bill that I know I can't pay.
Matter of
That's
fact,
what that is.
You could have sent that in the email junk mail. You wasted time, energy. You had to walk, get in the car. Like
you see what I'm saying?
you could have sent that in spam. I'd have just looked at it, pulled my Gmail up, and swiped it to the right.
You see what I'm saying?
Been gone. Yeah,
it just been gone.
Good
yeah,
point. You're right. You're right.
KKK flyers, man. Now dig this. Dig this. They said in the article, Fox 19 Now, and I guess that's a Cincinnati article, that the flyers was to a response to the fight that was downtown Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Doing that musical festival that they had down there when that white lady got her head darn near knocked out.
And the dude, but guess what? Guess what ethnicity they was? You just said it.
Russian.
Okay, go ahead. Russian. They was Russian. They wasn't even white, Anglo-Saxon, European.
They was Russian. As soon as that happened and the media started running that stuff to the news, the very first thing came out of my mouth was, well, what did they say to provoke that?
Right.
What did they say to provoke that? Look, people was there having a good time. Again, I know black, been black right. all my life.
All my life. Right.
All my life I've been black. What did the white people say to provoke it? The media running it as a racial attack.
As if we just seen some white people and just, oh, yeah, let's get it on. When do we do that? Come on. And every day I went to the gym, I got on the treadmill. You know how they had the TVs hanging up above the treadmill? Guess who was running the story? Fox News was running the story and not showing. They was only showing when the white dude was running away from them and they all jumped on him. And I'm sitting here like, this ain't 1988, 1990. You can get away with that.
Right.
But now everybody got technology and everybody know what happened.
Right. Before. And the police chief came out and said it. Go. The police chief came and said that
dude slap the guy.
You see what I'm saying?
Slap one of us.
As my wife said, you play city games, you win city prizes.
That's it. And Fox News, y'all look crazy. I'm sitting here like, bro.
So what are they doing? They are trying to bait us into a race fight. This still in Matthew 21 right here, people, because the scripture says rumors of wars, nations will fight against nations. Well, Israel is a nation. Asian is a nation.
Russian is a nation.
Russian is a nation. You see what I'm saying?
Those are nations.
And guess where all of these nations reside? In Babylon, aka America.
But here's the more underlining thing, though. Like you just said a while ago, he just had to be Russian. You know how many sleeper cells and how many Russians and other ethnicities are over here? Said, just waiting for that phone call.
Right.
And it could have just been so happened that Jake will just randomly started fussing with a dude that's done had too much to drink, not knowing this dude is over here on a mission.
Right.
But Jake done snuffed him out. And now this dude's face has been plastered. See how the Most High will intervene? And it's crazy. I was thinking about that the other day, and it's funny you said that in the other tape. Yeah. But they everywhere. Like I said, I can't go to the store. Yeah. And I hear somebody speaking in Russian or Ukrainian. I'm like, what's going on?
Man. I was in a house the other day working at the house, and I was with one of them. I called him. I'm sorry, I call him saying niggas, but I was there with that joker, man, and they was talking that dadgum lane the whole time I was in there, man. I'm saying to myself, what are they talking about? That's what I'm saying. What are they talking about?
Right. So y'all think it was just coincidence or random that this wasn't no white dude. This was a Russian dude. Like, think about that. You got to think about that.
But the thing, before we move to this next one, which we tying these two together, these Cincinnati stories. The thing is, so I just did the Beyond Critical Race Theory, and we saw how this here went about in the courts. This is the same thing it is with white supremacy here in America, which is the federal government refused to look at organizations like the Ku Klux Klan and all of these white supremacist groups as domestic terrorists, which mean that they can continue to act in the way that they act towards us because they know that they are facing little to no repercussions for the things that they do.
Right.
Because they're not recognized. But let us go form us an all-black party or whatever. We terrorists. Black Panther Party was the number one threat to America, and all they was doing was protecting their women and their children.
And
feeding them.
And also feeding white folks, poor white folks too.
That's what they was doing. They said all power to all races. When you go back and listen to their message, all power to all races. But the problem is that they were empowering us.
Again, the Herodian line, yes, they was terrified of Hamashiach. But the underlying factor, like I just said, it wasn't the fact that they were terrified of him. It was that we started believing in him so much. We was believing in ourselves. He empowered us. So 1 turned to 30, then 1,000, then 500,000. They was like, oh, he got to go. They was going to kill him on the Shabbat.
I'm finna read something out of Galatians.
Go ahead, Up.
This is going to be Galatians chapter 5 and verse 1. Check this out. Let me get to it right quick. Paul says, stand fast, therefore, in the liberty, the freedom.
Come on.
Wherewith Hamashiach has made us free.
Come on, man.
And be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage. I was talking to the Ock, Houston the Brew, just last night, I believe it was. We was chopping it up last night. And I said, us, like yourself, Ayo, myself, Shia, Trunk Rattler, Yoel, we got, Houston the Brew. We are individuals that was called out of a darkness into a marvelous light.
Come on, man.
In this 21st century, right? We answered the Ruach when it came with this truth. We had a choice. We had a fork in the road. We could have remained Christians. We could have remained whatever it was that we were when the truth came. But we chose to listen to it and accept it. So we came out of what? A bondage.
Come on.
The Most High never called Israel. And I'm going all the way back to the beginning when he called him, when he said, yo, I called you when you was still in the nativity of your blood, when nobody wanted you. I'm the one that said, live. I'm the one that called you, right? He didn't call us to be his children just for ourselves. Right. He called us to be his children so that we can blow a trump and we can cry out loud and to bring people out of bondage and bring them into a liberty. That's what our purpose is. That's what our calling is.
Right. That's it.
And going back to Hamashiach, what you was talking about, their whole problem was, they was listening to Hamashiach, but everybody that followed him, a chain was being broken, and they was no longer able to control them.
Preaching, it was say it again. It was no longer able
to control them.
That's the issue. Why they not outside marching? Since George Floyd, what has happened? Since the pandemic, what has happened to them? It's like they awoke from their sleep. What did he say? We're gonna wake up in the land of what? Our captivity.
This is why. I'm sorry, I apologize.
Go ahead. Now
but this is why Satan have a spirit on every nation to attack us. Because as long as they can attack us, they can keep us disconnected from our power source. Look, man, you can take a charger and put it in your phone, but if that charger ain't plugged into a 120
into the source, it ain't gonna do nothing.
Ain't gonna do nothing.
Ain't gonna do nothing. Nathan.
So you can walk around all day you won't reading scriptures, quoting scriptures,
right?
Preaching and teaching. But boy, if you ain't plugged to your source, if you don't know who a Mashiach is and what he has done for you and how he was connected to his source and learn how to let this mind be in you, which was in Hamashiach.
Come on, man.
It don't mean nothing, man.
Come on, man.
They ain't scared of you. They scared of that power that's behind you. What did he say? He gave them power.
Yep.
Over diseases, over unclean spirits. That's what they scared of.
Because we starting to get back. Why ain't they out? We done try. They got think tanks, meeting in rooms all day, trying to figure out how can we get them back outside to march, and it ain't happening.
Man. It ain't
what's going on? It seems like they've awakened to something. We have.
We out here cleaning up diets. We get back to our source, man. We out here praying. We out here loving on each other, man. You understand what I'm saying, man? This stuff is scaring them, man.
It's scaring them.
This stuff is scaring them.
Yeah, man. They're so scared they come out at night, pass out flies. Like, just say so
real quick, you got a man that's still in Cincinnati. Oh no, I think Cincinnati has become a testing ground.
Yeah, it is.
He is. So we'll probably touch more on this one here next week. Because even though it'll be old news, it's still worthy to be talked about.
Yeah.
But he is accused of threatening to kill 30,000 black people in Cincinnati. The question I gotta ask real quick, why is he not being charged with domestic terrorism? 30,000 black. This dude said that, we need to come together and get rid of everybody black that's in Cincinnati. Paraphrase for the most part. Why is he not being charged with domestic terrorism?
And look, you asked that question, but they say the current federal charge of making an interstate communication with a threat to injure carries a potential sentence up to 5 years in prison upon conviction.
5 years.
You hear how they worded that? Making an interstate communication with the threat to injure? What? Just say it's terrorism. Just say it's domestic terrorism.
That's it. Use the word.
That sounds like something made up. Yeah. Making an interstate communication with the threat to injure. What? And he said not 3, not 20, but 30,000.
30,000.
What kind of source? Again, there's no in betweens. So my papa used to say in betweens. Old people say in betweens.
Right.
You either left or the right. There's no in betweens. You either hot or cold. What did the Most High say if you lukewarm? So with that being said, 30, what source has to be inside you to want to off 30,000 people just because of their skin color or just because you hate them? 30,000, bro.
30,000, man. Where this dude come from, man? He only 30 years old. And his name is 2 people with this name that I came up with when I Googled it. Because I always look at the name of these crazy folks because his name is Scott Hanna. One was an actor and the other was a comedian. So you telling me that this dude name is for real Scott Hanna? Come on, man.
Come on, man. Sleeper cell.
Come on, man.
And again, we just said,
where this dude come from?
Where he come from? Why was it a Russian dude that was slapped? Not saying the Jake, the brother, picked on one dude.
Right.
Is it just so happy? Like it's just
Right.
like think about this stuff, y'all.
Right. Right.
Think about this
Scott
stuff.
Hanna. Just go back and look at some of the active mass shooters and look at their names, and you ask yourself, "Come on now, you see what I'm saying?"
Come on, like Houston Bruce said.
Yeah, come on now.
Come on now.
Yeah,
come on now, man.
Yeah.
Like what they do this at? Like what they? Come on, y'all. Like, and it Cincinnati. I pray for my people up there. I pray the
Yeah, because that's for real. Yeah, that's for real.
And again, they are trying their best to get us emotional. What did the so-called blacks got to say about Ozark? What did the so-called blacks got to say about this brawl now? What did it why do y'all want to know what we feel about anything?
That's right.
Stop trying to get us outside marching. We're not.
That's right.
It's not happening. It's not happening.
It ain't happening, man.
Man.
Yo, so that's it for the night, man. That last topic that we had, we are gonna hit on that one. We gonna start the show with that one, man. And that's crazy.
You gotta dive deep in
yeah, that is crazy, man. I had the video loaded up for it, man. I'm like Houston the Brew praying. They are playing on our emotions, and that's what they've been playing on for the longest, man. And I think we just come to a realization of understanding that, you know what I'm saying, that's what they're doing. So we got two types of us right now. While we not in the streets, you got a whole group that's so entwined with social media stuff and standing on top of canned goods with their legs crossed that they don't even know what's going on. And then you got us that's being liberated that we ain't gonna be being moved by that there. You dig what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So that's what's happening right now, man.
That's it.
But yeah, man, we appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. We love y'all. We will be back next week. And yeah, man. Anything before we get up out of here?
No, man. We love y'all. I love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Everything you do. Thank you for sticking with us. All the new subscribers, all the subscribers that's been here for a while. We appreciate you. We love you.
We appreciate you. We love y'all. We will see y'all same time next week. Most High bless and say the same. With that.
Where's out?
Oh, it won't end. There we go.